Alrighty. Are we live and in charge? Live and in charge. Hello? Twitch. Oh, looks like it. Twitch. It is! Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Persona 5 Royal. We have finished Shido's Palace. We finished a Mementos run last time, and now it's pretty much just the wait up until the results of the Palace run. We did get a Mementos mission, however, we're not going to be dealing with that Mementos mission because I don't have the time to waste. I literally have 13 days for the ballot change of heart, and in that 13 days, I've got to get 6, 10, 12. I have to get 13 daytime confidants ranked up, so I'm going to be cutting it incredibly close here, like razor thin close. Hey J6, welcome to the stream. Happy things. So, since we're waiting for that, let us actually hit up the Velvet Room here for our daily dose of red alerts. Fortune.
What shall we do?
So we have the money, so you know, we might as well start the fusion alarms. Get new personas out of it, level up existing personas, all that lovely stuff. Yep, fusion alarm has sounded. Doo-da, doo-da. Fusion alarm has sounded all doo-da day. I can also boost Parvati pretty decently, thanks to the fusion alarm. Get her a little bit more caught up with the rest.
Pursue rehabilitation with all your body and soul.
This is your job. Better choose a good one.
Oh, it's still burning. I am far richer than the average high school student? Probably. I would not be surprised if I was. Not Thor with that. Thor with these two. So we're gonna make Thor here.
It is neither remarkable nor unremarkable.
I don't think it's gonna really matter what I go with for Thor. It's funny he doesn't have electric bloodline, though. Wataru and physical evade fire and ice. Sure, why not? You never said how you're doing, J6. You doing well, all things? I wish I was this rich, by the way. Having a cool couple million would be very, very nice. But I am not a rich boy. I am a poor boy. Or, I mean, I guess technically I have more money than a large majority of the population of America since I don't have any debt. But that's on a technicality. Do it. Wow. Evade and resist dice and wind amp. So useful. Drop that wind amp. Heavily electric to all. Drop the evade ice, I guess. Heat up. Drop. I guess evade fire. Hey, Akabara, welcome. That is not a correct statement. Very, very technically, I think she's bi. But that's only because she's got the hots for females. Masters as well. So, you know.
Today we will hang them more.
And nothing wrong with that. You know, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But how do you be? Akabara, how do you be? Let's pump Scotty up a little bit here.
This is how it may your powers become one.
Scotty eats Thor. Excuse me. Nah, she totally goes for the master. She Mash has got a senpai thing, you know. Alright, and now let us go. I guess we're hanging out with Haru here. Nothing wrong with Haru. I like Haru. No, I mean, there's that whole year period after all the epics of Remnant that she's got free, you know? To the rooftop. Oh, wait, I forgot I've had stuff growing up here. But you never said, Akbar, how do you do?
Hey.
I came for the vegetables. Why is my hair white? I wish my hair was white. You know, like, not old person sort of, like, thin white hair, but, like, my normal hair, but just, like, bleached white. I don't know why, but it's always been sort of, like, a thing. But my hair is too dark, so I can't actually dye it, which sucks. I've been told many a times that your hair is too dark, you can't dye it without doing heavy bleaching of it, and then if I heavily bleach my hair, then I can't actually... My hair will, like, lose a lot of its volume and thickness, which sucks. I do pretty alright myself. I've got my tickets for Heaven's Feel Part 3 on Wednesday, and I look forward to that greatly. Spacing out there for a moment, would you like to check on the players with me? Appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. We're hanging out with Haru.
Thank you.
Truth is... I am very much anticipating also the Lost Belt later this week. Or at least the probable Lost Belt. So I bought a mini roaster and coffee mill on the other day. I thought it would be fun making coffee myself. It's certainly not easy, but it's an immensely satisfying process. Wednesday is the premiere. I guess the American premiere for Heaven's Feel. Movie theaters? Wait, where is what? I'm confused now. I thought that was a win, not where. Sorry about that. I just got a little dizzy there for a second. You shouldn't overwork yourself, Haru. I'm fine, honestly. Let's see. Next up is the dirt for the planters. I'm sorry. I think I just need to rest a little. To be honest, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Takakura-san has really been pushing for us to start a new business venture soon. I don't think it's every movie theater. I think it's select theaters. All I know is that when I went to the website for like the American release for Heaven's Feel, there was an option to purchase tickets, and then it did a zip code sort of search thing, so I searched my zip code and found the closest theaters to me. So I think it's select theaters. I think it's airing for the week, but it's probably a good thing I'm going to see it Wednesday, since it's very likely that my state is going to be going through a series of lockdowns again soon. Yay! Particularly, he's adamant about a chain of low-cost, intimate cafes. Some employees don't think it's a good idea, though, so they want me to step in and put a stop to it. But I'm just a high schooler. There's no way I can predict the success or failure of this idea. In the end, I'm just not sure what to do. What do you want to do, Haru? Huh? That's a good question. The idea does sound nice. The smell of a fresh cup of coffee always brings a smile to my face, and it certainly would be nice to be able to give that experience to as many people as possible, but I don't think you can truly gain the same joy from the low-cost chain Takakura-san is suggesting. Lockdowns, I mean, not really lockdowns, more shutdowns. The governor for the state I live in has stated that if by Thursday, and he said this last Thursday, if by next week the numbers have not improved, then we will look into shutting down restaurants, gyms, bars, and all that kind of stuff. It's almost like, and I don't like speaking a lot about politics, so I'm not going to really get into it, but it's almost like he's treating the people of my state like naughty children. Like, if you don't do better, then I'm going to take this stuff away from you. Even though there's, like, very little chances that it's going to get better over the course of a week, you know? I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. I'm glad I'm going when I am. I'm just hoping that Thanksgiving isn't going to be under strict restrictions. I mean, that is a distinct possibility. That is a distinct possibility, and that's all I will say on that point. Let's see. What does Takakura-san think? There has to be a way you should tell him that. Yes, Haru, you need to stand up for yourself.
Excuse me?
Welcome back, J6. Welcome back. You still never answered. How do you do? You really think he'd listen to a high schooler with no prior work experience? I see. I've been so afraid of him this whole time, but what I need to do is show him how I feel. I'll make him see what I'm really thinking, and that's what's truly important to me. Yes, J6, you are the only J6 here, you know. You be the only J6 here, so I do wish to know how people are doing when they stop by. And yes, I agree, we are people, not animals, indeed. Shadow Pikachu? You can do it, Haru.
Yes.
I understand. By refusing to trust Takakura-san, I was also shutting myself off from any hope of having him trust me. But that's going to be different now. I'll do my best, Soul. I have no idea how she got that from our conversation, but okay, Haru. If that's where you got, you know, humans are animals, I mean, it depends on your definition of animal, I suppose. By some definitions, humans can be considered that, but by a lot of other definitions, especially law, you know, they're not. It's confusing. It's a bit of a philosophical thing as well, because in the end, if we had no learning, then we would return to baser instincts, like, I mean, there's very much recorded cases of children who are abandoned in forests being raised by animals and very much thriving and acting like the animals they were raised by. But then when we're introduced to normal human society, they grow up to be normal. But it does show that humanity does have a chance, does have the possibility to revert to a more animal-like mind state. You are no longer human?
Alright.
I mean, humanity can be overrated sometimes, too.
Oh.
I just thought of the perfect way to do it. A magic item that will help me convey my true feelings to Takakura-san. It's gonna take some time to prepare those, so it will have to be my secret for now. But I'll tell you next time, okay?
Now, shall we return home?
Thank you for saying those lines, Haru. Thank you. But are you too excited for the probable lost belt that's happening? Hello, I missed that. Sorry, are you home yet? I want to thank you again. You helped me realize something important. Thank you so much for today. It's thanks to your support that I can keep pushing forward. The third lost belt that is going to be probably dropping on Friday, or technically maybe Thursday after the announcement stream. At least that's what the heavily speculation is. What do I think of Nemo? I've actually not looked into Nemo too much. I've been more interested in Van Gogh. I haven't really followed too much on the event that's going on in JP itself, since apparently it's Lost Belt 4.5. But Van Gogh does interest me to think that it is actually... Just the lore behind Van Gogh is so fascinating. Like, the real Van Gogh qualifies for foreigner, but he refuses to be a foreigner class servant. So he would kill himself if he was summoned as a foreigner. To get around this, the old god that wants Van Gogh as his vessel spliced Van Gogh with, I think, a nymph or something from Greek mythology? That's just, like, so weird, man. Only an elder god would think of something like that, you know? And hey, Shi Huangdi. Oh, isn't that the ruler? Why does he get to be that cast? Van Gogh is a foreigner because from what I remember, most of his paintings, especially the Starry Night, in Fate lore at least, are said to be the whisperings of the outer gods in his ears, which drove him to make all those paintings and drove him to cut off his ears so he would stop hearing them. In the end, he committed suicide so that he would not give in to the outer gods power sort of thing. Which, you know, that speaks a lot for Van Gogh. Van Gogh is metal. He would rather destroy himself than let the outer gods take over him. That's intense. And you are not wrong about the Van Gogh there, Akabara, because elder gods, outer gods, elder outer gods, they're kind of interchangeable, but apparently Van Gogh has a thing for Hokusai. I guess historically Van Gogh was very interested in Hokusai's works. And I'm seeing a lot of fan art on the FGO subreddit pairing those two up, so it's interesting. Essentially, yes, Akabara. Essentially, yes. I'll have your back, Haru. Shouldn't you say that gives me so much strength. You really are such an inspiration, Silicon. The rest is up to me. It's going to be a bit of trial and error, but I believe it'll go well. It'd make me very happy if you could help me through the process. I'll have to make sure everything is ready first, though. Okay, I'll see you at the rooftop. Again at the rooftop. But yes, I am definitely going to be rolling for Van Gogh. They seem like a fairly interesting series. We will agree to disagree on that. Ohio wants to talk about Kaio. That's going to progress hers. But it does look like we can finish off Soji Bros. Confidant tonight. So, let us finish up Mr. Sakura Sojiro. And this one, I won't have to do any talking, but listen. You have any plans tonight? Hang out with me for a bit, will ya? Yep, let's help him out. I'm going to the church with Futaba. Sorry, but you're coming along too. You guys are religious? No, we're visiting Wakaba's grave.
Alright then.
Be ready in 3 minutes. Who, Nemo or Van Gogh?
I always think about Wakaba on the anniversary of her death. But it's been a while since I visited. I've been so busy with the shop and all. No, that's not it. The guilt is what kept me from coming.
Drink.
I thought Wakaba would be angry with me. But now that I managed to get through
Interesting.
here, I can finally meet her.
I mean, I know...
Held high.
I don't know much about Nemo. Like, I know a little bit about his servant form. He's a decent AoE, I believe, writer. Thank you. But I don't know, like, his story significance. Other than that, he apparently does have some story significance. That's kind of why I'm staying a little bit away from any spoilers about Nemo until he's had his story appearance. So after Nemo's story appearance, then I'll look more into him.
I approve.
Oh, he's single target? I was completely wrong. I know he has a lot of bodies, so I kind of guessed AoE there.
Oh, I have some news. The family court gave me a call the other day. Futaba's uncle decided to retract his report.
Woo!
It was because of you, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I wonder if the day will come that she goes out to be someone's bride. I'm sure she'll make a fine lady either way. After all, she is walking.
In an alternate timeline, yes.
Do all fathers
In this
have to go
timeline,
through
though,
this anxiety?
she's younger sister figure.
I really just wanted to have you help out at the store. But you showed me so much more. You showed me I
know the
friend
real
I need to
Nemo.
protect, not just Futaba. But
No.
you, too. I may not always be reliable. But feel
Elder
free to
gods,
come to me.
dusk
Anything
waiting to
happens,
awaken.
I'll be there for you. As
I could have swore that Elder Gods, like, had some part to play in Lovecraftian mythos.
I'll
Hang on.
teach you everything I can. You're a full-fledged man now. That might not be enough
I'm
to
a
return
man.
the favor, but it's all I can do.
Dusk waiting to awaken. Oh, great old ones. That's what I meant. I mixed up
I am thou,
Elder Gods with
thou
great
art
old ones.
I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the
Dusk
yoke of
waiting
thy
to
heart.
awaken.
Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the
Dusk
Hierophant,
waiting to awaken.
granting thee infinite power.
I'm a teen? Wait, are you saying I've aged down, like, about 8 years? Woo! I'm 8 years younger! J6, you're a miracle worker. We are a crew master. We can now make a decree that greatly restores SP for all allies. And we've unlocked Koryu, the most powerful persona of the Hierophant. Oh, and Persona. Fair.
Oh, and, could you not, you know, get with Futaba?
You got it,
I can't
Sojiro.
imagine you calling me father. Although, maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Tough luck,
What are you two
Sojiro.
talking about?
Nothing?
I hunger. Curry time.
Yeah. Let's go home.
You know, I do find it, like, somewhat interesting. Like, there's no actual interaction between the protagonist's parents. Like, not a phone call, not a letter. The only real reference is that the campaign season's really heating up. Are they going to allow this election to continue? They have to. We can't just not have a prime minister. I'm fine with Masayoshi Shido. It's not like we have any other option. Yeah, I guess I'll vote for Shido-san too. I hunger. The most intuitive line. Call him father as a joke. Soji bro. He's Soji bro, though. No, I mean, you think Shido's going to become the prime minister at this rate? Well, with Takachi-san and Shido-san, it feels like some heroes have been born this year.
Well,
That's
shall
right.
we
The turning point of
begin?
this any era is when a hero is born. They address everyone's fears and worries and skillfully carry out revelation. I don't see, the only reference I can remember in this game about the protagonist's parents are Sojiro saying that he's taken us in as a favor to them because we were expelled from our local school due to the accusations, and whatever the school that we're going to now is the only one that is accepting of him. But at the end of the game, with the accusations cleared up, he's able to return home. I don't see why I mean, I don't know anything about Japanese law, so there might be some Japanese law that would say something along those lines, but, like, I don't know. It just seems very weird. I'm not sure if the other Persona games, I know only really 3 and 4 are, really mainstream played, and even then, mainly only 4. I don't know if they have protagonists with absent parental figures or what, but I would be interested in finding out. Spoilers. Oh no, no spoilers, Akabara, no spoilers! Representative Shido is like that, don't you think? Hero? Him? Don't make me laugh. This is getting really bad. We need to make everyone realize it. It's even more depressing hearing these lines when you've already made Shido have his change of heart. What target of mementos? Do you mean the target that I'm not going to be worrying about? I didn't spoil you. What did I spoil? Something I'd like to speak to you about regarding Aika. Well, it's more of a request than anything. If you don't have any plans, could you come see me? I apologize for asking you at such a difficult moment, but you're the only one I can think of to ask this of. So Makoto wishes to hang out, as does Shinya. You really proved the logic, son, but you're not as good as me yet. Do you want to train? I need to talk to you about something. And I think that's Shinya's final confidant. Let me check that. Yes, that will be Shinya's end point. Look at all these maxed out. I'm almost there. Makoto being probably the second weakest of the girls is not as low as she should be. Honestly, I should have Ohaya lower, but sadly, Ohaya has a momentous mission, so she was a little more prioritized. Let's go and trigger another alert, shall we? Get a fortune reading. I'm actually going to get the fusion calculator up here. Celestial. Sure. Fortune read. It's only 20,000. Yeah, she's got the I mean,
Here we go.
I get her whole shtick, but personally, I find Ohaya is the weakest of all the romance routes, with Makoto very close. Well, not close. It's pretty distant. Second weakest. I don't know.
What do you think?
It's just, well, I love the game. It's giving me some flashbacks to Katawa Shoujo, which I do plan on doing on here. And it's just giving me flashbacks to Shizune's route, which was fairly dull. I don't know, student council president. I don't know if that just doesn't
Pursue rehabilitation.
sync up with me, I guess would be the best word.
This is your job.
Wisely.
Actually, let's reclaim, see what
Are they
skill.
done? Seems like it got a little stronger. You gonna take it out?
Null brainwash. How useless. And throw Parvati back in.
We're gonna use this. Choose wisely.
And Nirvana. Magic.
All right. Get over here.
Register.
Justine, this one's all
View by level. Let us see what the lowest level we don't have is. And then we can start building our persona portfolio up. We're at 65%. Okay, I'm pretty sure we passed it. It was whichever one was at the 0 cost here. Orpheus Picaro. Orpheus Picaro. The fusion for that requires Arsene and High Pixie. Easy enough. High Pixie.
I will require. This is your power.
And Arsene. I'm pretty sure Arsene's a little higher leveled. There he is.
You wish to take it then. There's one of my fave. Begin searching.
And he will be... He is not! The game lied. Okay. That's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna have to fumble around for this, aren't I? Can I use anybody without using any of my priority ones? No, I really can't. Dang it.
You're stopping. You wish to view the compendium. This is the path you have walked.
That severely annoys me. Cursed Orpheus Picaro. Oh. There we go, that's better. So there's Orpheus Picaro. So we're looking at 41 Tower. The level 41 Tower persona is the Red Rider. That should be Bethelgore and the Stone of Scone.
I will require. This is your power. You wish to take it then. How rude.
What? Done already?
No.
What?
I would need to keep speaking with Igor.
Alarm time, inmate. Prepare for the unexpected.
Begin searching.
Red Rider, there he is.
Do you choose which skills to inherit?
And doesn't matter, just take Ailment Hunter, I guess. And he is deaf. So he gets blessings, light, and he messes with people's heads. Sure. This'll work. The Red Rider. Sure. Light blessed to one foe. Wow, that's quite useful. Heavy to one. Chance for despair. Sure. Despair boost. Sure. Ominous words. Sure. Last stand. That's actually... Oh, wait, that's not too good. Yep, temporary overflowing with power. What would we get for Spiral Karma Ring?
We're gonna strangle him real tight.
Scotty needs more stats. Yes, she does. And then I think we'll start working on quests here. Ka-ching! Sparkle, sparkle.
Well now, a most unexpected
Yep, the stats
turn
were
of
nice. She's actually getting up there with that magic. Alright, so next we go to Shinya, where we'll be able to just sit there and listen. Hopefully. Although first, is there any new crane game? I don't think we have that polar bear.
What's up?
Nope, I guess we do. Shinya! And these are alive, I believe in them. Are you free today? Want to train? There's something I want to talk about while we're at it. Yep, let's study under Shinya. Draco-san, you've improved so much compared to when you first started. Okay, let's play.
Not like that. It's okay, though. Just aim for the arm your enemy's holding his gun with. That's it.
Does he have to separate it? Said
I've got
anything
nothing
today?
left to teach you. You're an elite
I
player
haven't checked
now.
recently. It's all thanks to my teacher.
It's because you worked so hard.
An
I
older
didn't
Jean-faced Jack.
Actually, yeah, I did.
Interesting.
Have you noticed that my playing style
Oh,
has
grown-up
changed?
Jack's
I feel calmer
art is
when I'm
always
under
interesting.
pressure now. I wonder if it's because I'm not so obsessed with winning anymore. Hey,
Possibly,
I
Shinya.
invited some people here today. They should be arriving any minute now.
Let's see.
Oh, here they are.
Nope.
So what did you want to talk to
It's
us
the kids
about?
he's bullied.
I'm sorry. I finally realized that I was being selfish. Please forgive me. I'll understand if you guys don't, but I promise I'll pay back the money as soon as I save up enough.
Well, what do you want to do?
Good on you, Shinya.
That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for coming. Let's go.
Wait! I'm not very good at Gunabout. Will you teach me how to get better?
Huh? Then
Sorry, kids. I don't mean to interrupt.
Hey, it's the pro gamer!
It's been a while, hasn't it, kid? You want to play a game? I haven't faced any worthy opponents lately.
Don't be mocking, man.
gotten better since we last played, you know. Now I can stay calm during a battle. I'm gonna blast right through that pitch black armor of yours.
So then, you believe the rumor that's being told about me, eh? Well, a full display of my skills should put an end to that lie.
Ooh, someone's arrogant.
The hell? I can't even shoot!
Take that. Don't aim for the body. And that.
Yeah, this is BS!
Whoa, the champ can't even get off a shot.
Takekuma's about to lose! The king's going to win!
Go, King, go!
I lost?
Stop using that armor and start
Stabby,
playing fair
stabby.
and square. It's unacceptable to break the rules just to win, whether you're an adult or a child. And if
Break
you
the
don't
rules
stop,
to
I'll
win.
tell everyone.
No.
That's not acceptable?
I won't admit defeat. I just can't. It'll be the end of.
But what if you're Kaiba?
everything.
Because he can say, screw the rules,
No,
I
it
have
won't.
money.
Your life will go on even after you lose.
I would like a sword,
Don't
please.
change now, then it might really be the end for you. And then no one will be able to help you. I don't want you to go through that.
Not so I can go stabby, stabby with slashy, slashy.
I'm not going to enter the tournament. See ya.
Slashy, slashy is better than
Totally
stabby,
insane,
stabby.
dude! You beat a professional gamer!
The king's the new champ!
No, I'm not. I haven't won the tournament yet. Besides, it's thanks to you guys that I was able to get stronger. Everyone's gone home. We should get going too. I'm so
Sounds
happy
like a
right
plan.
now.
I'm going home. You made things right, Shinya.
Yeah, I think we'll get along fine from now on. I've always thought that winning was the coolest thing. Being nice is pretty cool too.
You know, winning's still pretty darn
Losing
cool,
wasn't the
kid.
end. It was just a new beginning. Through all the pain, and with your help, I was able to change. Now it's my turn to help others. My mom, my friends, even people I don't know. I wonder, will that help me become a member of the Phantom Thieves?
Ask them yourself.
That's why I'm asking you.
Smart kid.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
You know, kid, the best
Well,
way for two people to
this
keep a
is the
secret
last time we're
is if one of them is
playing
dead. So don't make me do that, kid. You just forget what you figured out and go on with your life.
There's nothing left to teach you, and the Phantom Thieves seem to be having a rough time. Thank you for hanging out with a lonely kid like myself.
No
I'll
problemo.
continue to do my best. Okay, put out your hand. Good luck.
Fist bump. Naruto vibes. You can exchange feelings by
I am
lashing fists.
Thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath.
Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the tower, granting thee infinite power. Tower power. Allows Joker's gun attacks to ignore resistances and hit the enemy. Very nice. We've also unlocked Mada, the ultimate persona of the Tower Arcana.
This is my ultimate move. You've gotten really good, but you'll still never be able to beat me. You won't lose to anyone else, though. I'll be supporting you no matter what.
And we're kinder. Woo! Magic is the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with will. Is that a quote from Index? I think is the name of the anime you've been quoting recently. Possibly?
You're back.
Yes. The election battle has reached the halfway point. The polls for each election ward have remained the same, though. Does this mean Shido's victory is guaranteed? That would be the case. Where voting will shift if Shido has a change of heart. Nobody will vote for him once they found out he's a criminal. Assuming they find out before they vote. That's the important part. We would prefer him to announce his crimes before the election. But if the change of heart doesn't make it, the election will just go as expected. Results aren't what matters. You are correct. So long as the true nature is brought to light, other options will be available to us. All we can do is change his heart. We should be able to put a stop to it if we succeed. Alright, Soji Bro wants to hang out. But beyond Soji Bro... Oh, Ohaya does want to hang out. Darn it. I guess that we have to hang out with Ohaya. I don't want her to go on a depression streak. So, she is the last nighttime confidant I have left. 2 more visits with her, and Ohaya is done. Meanwhile, we have 3 daytime persona confidants, Makoto, Haru, and Futaba, but they will all be done in short order. After Ohaya, we'll hang out with the twins a couple times, and then possibly play darts. One of the Phantom Thieves leader really died. There hasn't been any comment from the police. I don't like that Detective Lee guy. He's so cocky. Want to talk about Kaio's case? It's important. Do you have a minute? Potato. French fries. Let's hang out with Ohaya. Stop standing and sit down. Don't tell me what to do.
Hey!
I went to see Kaio the other day. She's gotten so skinny, she looked almost like a stranger. She wouldn't say anything either. I think she had a mental shutdown, is it called? Knife. But did you learn the truth? It's still a mystery. She's not in a state where she can talk about what happened. Her doctor said they found her collapsed in the street just about a year ago now. She's been wandering along the coast without any belongings, so the director's wife took her in. Church. Is there any hope for recovery? All we can do is pray. Either way, Kaio's still suspect, so bringing her back would just put her in danger again. So we'll never know what happened with that bureaucrat. Not necessarily. I have her hair clip. Interesting. It looks like an ordinary accessory, but it actually has a miniature camera built inside. Remember that voicemail where she said she had something big? Well, it was all in the hair clip. Christianity. So then, it was a picture of the bureaucrat's secret meeting. The other party must have been the one behind the slash fund. And the other party was one of Shido's confidants. Shido, I can't believe a politician like him would work with someone so horrible. Yep, it's pretty clear that confidant was blackmailing the bureaucrat and killed him for not paying up. Kaya must have managed to escape, but then ended up suffering a mental shutdown. I'm not sure what could possibly cause something like that, though. In any case, maybe that's why they decided to leave her alive. Prayer. They underestimated her journalistic talent. That's a music story. It'll be a huge scoop if you're right. But given the current situation, it's going to be difficult to write an article about it. It wouldn't have Kaio's testimony, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to collaborate her story. Faith. I'd get crushed if I tried to take them on without being fully prepared. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You're not giving up, are you? Who do you think I am? I'm gonna do whatever it takes to pursue the truth. That said, I'll need to be fully prepared. I said I needed to be fully prepared, didn't I? It'll just take a while. So then, I resign myself to a long battle anyway. I have her photo. Now I'm going to get some solid evidence and lay the groundwork to prove her innocence. I'm going to avenge Kaio. Well then, our deal's over. It'll be too dangerous for you to stick around from here onward. You understand, right? The opposition won't think twice about striking you down anyone on their way. I'm sure I'll get targeted, so to be safe, you shouldn't come here again. Alchemy. I wish to help. Are you serious? You have nerves of steel. Geez, you're really never honest with yourself, Ichigo-chan. You're not gonna find anyone else who listens to you as encouragingly as this guy. You know that, right? It's gonna be a long battle against a tough enemy. You should have him by your side through it.
What?
Wait, it's not like that. Uh-huh, sure. And what about you, kid? You're not afraid to face the danger ahead, are you? Flamel. I don't even know what I just said there. Of course not. Fine. If you're sticking your nose in this, your own free will, there's nothing I can do. I'll solve this case on my own, but I appreciate having a friend who's got my back. Alright, let's have a kickoff party. We're gonna break out the champagne tonight. It'll be nice. It'll have to be the cheap stuff. This place ain't classy enough to carry brand names. Oh, and I'll grab an oolong tea for the kid. Man, lamest kickoff party ever. I guess the booze doesn't matter, though. It's all about the company. Bond with Ohio is growing deeper. Flamel? Nicholas Flamel? The creator of the Philosopher's Stone? The Elixir of Life? The famous French alchemist, Nicholas Flamel? Rank 9 with the devil. I'll go chill a bottle. Be back in a bit.
Hey, hey!
Hey, so why do you do so much for me? I know at first it was for the articles, but you don't have any obligation to stay now, you know. Oh, I know. Did you take me seriously when I told the chief we were a couple? Jeez, you kids today are so naive. I should choose my words carefully. A couple's act. Yeah, I didn't take it seriously at all. You're too old for me. And too lame. Aw, really? I'm surprised my feminine charm didn't pull you in. Alright then, drinks around me. Cheers to you for being blind to my beauty. Just keep up the good work, okay? I'll be counting on you.
See you later.
Paracelsus. I can never pronounce his name right. Mispronunciation! Hello, it's me, good old Ichigo-chan. Now that was a hell of a party. You drank a little too much. Huh? You don't even know that. You don't even drink. Never even been drunk. But man, it felt good to drink like that. Haven't had this kind of buzz in a while, you know? Honestly, I've been kind of scared through this whole thing. I mean, considering who I'm up against. But that's why I was so happy when you said you weren't going to quit. It's great to have a friend I can trust, you know? Half the worry, double the courage. Someday, when I finish my crap load of work and you're Finally, adult, I'm gonna get you a real drink. Yeah, I know how to treat my friends. Probably still be Lala-chan's place, though. Okay, good night. Sweet dreams. Heart emoji. I seriously don't get the idea of emojis, by the way. I mean, I get the idea of them, but, like, they're still so weird. They're such a foreign concept to me. It must be just... I must just be old if emojis are just a foreign concept for me. Futaba wants to hang out. Does she want to hang out and rank up? She does not. So I need to pray that I can get Futaba's rank up here. I did say mispronunciation. That was my word for Paracelsus. Mispronunciation, because I can never pronounce his name properly, it feels.
What shall we do?
Okay, I want a affinity reading first with Futaba. Yeah. I just need to learn how to properly pronounce. Feeling to reach the third person. I bet you can deepen your friendship even further now. Well, that's all for today. I hope it was helpful.
What do you think?
Fortune reading. Pronunciation. Grammar.
Here we go.
Let's get started. Get this party started. Word. Language.
What do you think?
Okay, good. We got Futaba. Japanese. Anime. Okay, let's see. Fusion, calculator,
Your body and soul.
train.
This is your job.
She's still got the incense.
Justine, this is the path you have walked.
Okay, so we did the 39 with Red Rider. I'm not gonna go for the Picaros because clearly I can't fuse those properly. 45 Temperance. 45 Temperance is Byakko. Yes, Byakko. That is Mithra and Queen's Necklace.
This persona, correct?
Mitra or Mithra? 33 Temperance. I think that's him. That's probably it. It's just a mispronunciation on the wiki.
This is your power.
And Queen's Necklace.
I will take it then. There is one of my Get ready for this!
Byakko.
Really need this?
Ah, the White Tiger.
Choose which skills to inherit.
Blessed, sure. And take some blessing skills and some healing arts and bless
This
boost.
could bestow an well.
Bungo Stray Dogs. Sorry, I wasn't even on the stream page, so I didn't see. Bungo Stray Dogs? Confusion. The beast underneath the moonlight. Indeed, the white tiger be. But if Bungo Stray Dogs was the next word, confusion is my word for that. Because I have no idea what that is. Mine roar causeth all beasts to bow down. I shall be thy mask. Sure. Kogan and Bless. Drop Counter Strike. I don't care for the break skills. Sure, drop that. No, Rage is annoying. Sheogorath.
its
blizzard
powered up
thing.
form.
We're
gonna
strangle him.
I think Quetz needs some now. Yeah,
Here's
Quetz
what it
needs to
is.
start getting
Is
some
this
level
the power?
boosting.
Then let us begin.
By level, I mean stat. Unexpected form, and by unexpected form, it is experial,
Well,
or
now,
not
a
experience,
most
but
unexpected turn of events.
what's the word? I'm thinking of words here. Think, brain, think. What's the word you're trying to think of? I don't remember the word I was trying to think of. And that's not too great. But order was my Sheogorath was my response to Chaos, J6. Alright, so Futaba wishes to hang out to the back streets. We go.
Yo,
Sheogorath. Sheogorath. Everything's finished, right? All we gotta do now is wait, like always. Do you have some time? I think I want to talk. Sure, let's hang out with Futaba. Let's do it in your room. Whoa, Futaba, a little too forward there.
hey, listen.
Kana-chan and I have been sending tons of emails back and forth lately. She said she wants to go back to school next year, but she might not have the money. Okay, in that case, I will change my answer to control. As for me, I'm gonna go back. You've really matured, Futaba. I think I've gained like 50 levels in the past few months, and it's all because of you, Soul. More like 40. I think I got in the like 30s or so, you know. And I mean, sure, I hated elementary school, but I met Kana-chan there, so maybe it wasn't all bad. The same goes for high school. Even if I hate it, I know something positive will come from it. But I still have to do the last item for my promise list. Being okay without you around. Honestly, I've been feeling kind of weird lately. My heart's been beating real fast when we're together. And then even when you're apart, I can't stop thinking about you. Order? Order. Schedules. Are you okay, Futaba? Not at all. I'm more like no-okay, but then again I feel good too. By the way, can I ask you a favor? It's a pretty big one. Can we skip that last promise? Don't say your next line yet, J6. My video download was cancelled on my stream, so I need to reload real quick so I don't have access to chat in the immediate moment. There we go. Is back. Alright, so you can go ahead and say your next one then. Nope. You demon. I know you're being strict because it'll help me, but I just can't be okay without you around. Life doesn't feel the same when you're not with me. I mean, not that, but I don't know. So, you're always so nice to me, kind of like Soshiro is. That makes sense for him, though. I mean, he's basically my dad. But you don't have a reason like that, so why are you so nice? Oh, I just thought of a possibility. And am I the only one you treat like this? My soul. Yeah, she's got a puppy dog crush, you know. I mean, it makes sense. We pretty much saved her from a depressive, suicidal spiral, had brought new life to her light, made her introduced her to friends, helped her come out of her shell, and, you know, helped her deal with her mom's death. I'm pretty sure that her falling for you is pretty much expected. Priorities. Promises. It's because we're teammates. teammates. Right. Of course teammates would want to be nice to each other. It's so obvious. That's gotta be why my heart's pounding so much. I know how much I care about my teammates and you, Soul, my key item. From now on, I'm gonna devote every fiber of my being to supporting you guys. Strong bond from Futaba. Lies? Lies. Distrust. Here's a current party with backups when 2 or more people are KO'd. It's situational. Would have been useful against Shido. It's gonna be great. Oh, teammate, my teammate. Soul joined Futaba's party. Futaba is beaming at Soul. Futaba attacks. Fatal damage to Soul. Wait a second, that's not what teammates are supposed to do. Oh, Futaba. Laters. Walk Futaba home, because that's such a long walk. Trust. Friendship. Hey, Soul. There's something I wanted to ask you about. When we talked earlier today, you said I'm your teammate, but that's, you know, kind of vague, right? Could you get specific? What kind of teammate am I to you? You are a true friend. Oh, that... There it is! Top tier of the friend rank. Ooh, a kindred spirit. I didn't know I was that important to you. Good thing I'm your teammate. We've got something special, you know? Like, no matter how far apart we are, our hearts will always be connected. Wait, no matter how far apart. So that means... Oh, sorry, I completely spaced out. But yeah, we're gonna be real great teammates. Anyhow, time to make like a tree. Rivals. Pokemon.
Ah, you're back.
I am indeed back, Soshiro.
Huh.
Face of a man who's done his job. I'm glad you're safe. Crossword! Oh. Yeah, it's fine. I don't need the crossword. Okay, so is Ohaya ready for the last bit? Ohaya is not, so that means we're gonna hang out with the twins. Do I have stuff to sell?
Oh, it's freezing.
Shop
Yo.
and sell.
Okay.
Nope, nothing to sell. Game. Enjoyment. I don't think any new ranged weapons appear until
You're interested
after.
in automatic, huh? Did you know they use prop versions of them on TV?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't appear until after Shido has been defeated completely.
Okay.
On
Which one?
accuracy,
Not much impact, but it's
power.
accurate. And there's the rapid fire. If you tighten up the accuracy even more, then all that focus fire's gonna... That's what you're choosing? Sure thing. Come again.
Alright. The twins are just outside of here. And they want to head to LeBlanc. Still think it's LeBlanc, but...
What are you gonna do today?
And they want to go to a place I'm rehabilitating at. Sure.
Let's go.
So let's move out on the double.
Onward.
What kind of person could your master be? Well, lead the way so we may find out.
Ah, you're back.
Hey, welcome back. Wait, who are those kids? Are you the master of this place? Thank you for assisting the inmate with his rehabilitation. Inmate. Yes, it's going along as planned, is no small part due to your own efforts. We must express our gratitude for that. Sure. Hey, Soul, what kind of crowd are you running with nowadays? A lot's happened. Pleasure. Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a couple words I could use there. Happiness. But yeah, a lot's happened, Soji bro. A lot has happened, man. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true, but how and where do you even meet these people? Well, take a seat. Have you already eaten? If not, I could bring out some curry for you. Curry. We haven't had a clue what that is, but we'll politely accept your offer. Sadness, loss. Here you go. What in the world is this? This rice is slowly being absorbed by the sludge. Sludge, really? Wait, have you really never had this before? The scent isn't bad at all. In fact, it's rather appetizing. What are those poisonous-looking red chunks along the edge there? It's called It's called Fukujinzuki. Fukujinzuki. Gain. Work. Fukujin. What is that? That's the optional flavoring of your curry. They call it that because it's the 7 gods of fortune, the Fukujin. You chopped up a god to make this? It's dyed with the blood of a god. What are these kids going on about? You really don't want to know, man. You really don't want to know. This man's a god killer. Now I see why he's able to rein in the inmates. And higher ups for any dish prepared by a god slayer. Let us pay our proper respects and happily eat our sludge. Oh, Caroline and Justine are just so hilarious. Look, it's not sludge, alright? So spicy, my mouth's on fire.
Yes.
I agree. But it seems I cannot stop myself. You fans now? It's not bad. I think it would stand to be a little sweeter, though. I must say, I do feel this curry sludge filling both my body and spirit to burst. Eating this every day would no doubt support your rehabilitation immensely. Grateful that god slave for sheltering the inmate. If you were to cross him, he'd chop you up for exact garnish. I should get going. I have to get for Talbot's dinner ready. Pay? Job. If they want coffee, you know how to make it. Okay, the shop's yours for the night. Coffee, I believe that was served at the slave camp as well. Alright, inmate, serve us coffee. I'll make you the best drip coffee you've ever made. Why is everything on the Godslayer's menu so murky? The smell's not bad, though. It's more satisfying than we previously experienced as well. And now for a test sip. Bitter. Is it poison? Employment. Job. Hang on. But that is how it tastes. Shut up, it's bitter. I call them like I taste them. What are you even doing, Caroline? I've heard of mysterious white additives that people use to reduce the awfulness of this inky abomination. I demand those additives. Milk and sugar. Power dissolves immediately no matter how much I add. Almost a little more. That perfect balance of black and white is almost there. There's no more left. You can actually see the difference in their colors. That's cool. I already said job? Oh, future. I don't believe I reached quite a perfect harmony of black and white, but there's nothing that can be done now. Now for the test sip. It's so sweet. There's an invigorating crunchy texture to it. However, it does have its own unique appeal. Not only did we meet the inmate's master in this round, but we also got to try some exotic food. As for yourself, this assignment is now complete. Here's your reward. High counter. Now that I'm thinking about it, the inmate's shown us a number of different places, huh? Indeed, we've been able to see some unexpected sides of the humans. This has been a very fulfilling experience for us. Past. Regrets. Did you have fun? Fun has nothing to do with our mission. We are here to oversee your special assignment. Don't forget that. Although Caroline does occasionally forget her station in her excitement.
What?
Oh yeah, I could say the same for you. I know you just asked our master if we could get a jellyfish tank in our room. Don't try to deny it. Events. FGO. It appears we're out of time. We must be heading back now. Hey, don't act like you can just drop the subject that easily. You're not getting out of this one. What? We are the wardens. This is our prisoner. Like we can do nothing less. However, there is no denying the fact that the inmates' results have exceeded our expectations. Hey, well, vet, dropping in to say hello, hello. How be things? How be things? Need to wake in 4 hours, so hope So good night, hope you are okay and everything is okay. It is indeed, Wobbuffet, it is indeed. And your prediction about Van Gogh was correct. The Van Gogh servant is actually Van Gogh. I will tell you more about it in the next stream that you're here. Servant. Master. For that alone, we would certainly be your remiss not express our appreciation.
Not bad for an inmate.
Now that's high praise coming from us. Show your own appreciation for us. But this isn't the end of your assignment. You better not give up on them now. Got it? Indeed, Wobbuffet. Get to sleep now, Wobbuffet. Get to sleep. You need rest. Slave. Unfair. Let's finish the Godslayer's meal before we leave. What were they called again? Kirby and Coughing? I believe you meant Curdy and Comfy. Oh, whatever. It's sludge on a plate and sludge on a cup. Let's get to it. They ate their meals. I escorted the twins back to the velvet room. Fair. Summer. Can't wait for Shido's new administration. I'm sure our economy and market will improve. I went to listen in on Shido-san's speech. I was so moved. His words really resonated in me. I hope he keeps fighting and doesn't let that Slayer get to him. You mean that broadcast hijacking hoax? They only attack Shido-san because of how charismatic he is. It is both Van Gogh and it's a complicated mess, Wobbuffet. I'll explain it more when you are not needing to be awake in 4 hours. But he has pretty much been mashed up with, I believe, a nymph from Greek mythology. Again, when you don't have to be up in 4 hours, I will tell you more. Season. Holidays. Slayer and hoax, eh? They'll hear the truth soon from Shido himself, and they'll learn the truth about his charisma. And how he is only interested in his own self-preservation. People are just tools to him. Father, I'm fighting against this injustice just like you did. So watch over me, okay? I have school. No, Wobbuffet, you need sleep. You need to go to school. You must become knowledgeable. You must become educated so that you can make it to the throne of heroes. Breaks. Breaks. Ironically enough, school. Let's talk to you. Fortune reading.
What shall we do?
I need an affinity fortune. With Futaba. Excuse me. Be a berserker without brains? You don't want, but most of the berserkers do have brains, you know, to some degree. I mean, look at Cha-Cha. Are you saying Cha-Cha is dumb, Wobbuffet? Would Cha-Cha be happy if you skipped out on school? Teaching. Teaching. Books. Then get some sleep so Cha-Cha and Adelante can be happy about you, Wobbuffet. I feel like you should reach the other person. Bet you can deepen your friendship. Excellent.
What do you think?
Legends. And then we want celestial reading. Fusion calculator is back. Back again. I don't think Nemo would be mad if you slept, Wobbuffet, so get some sleep, man.
What do you think?
Seriously. Trust me when I say that you will regret not getting sleep when you're older. Because I regret every single day that I did not get extra sleep when I was younger. Gods?
Pursue rehabilitation with all your body and soul.
You wish to view the compendium? You wish to register a persona? Take a look.
Gods. Divinity, I suppose. Yep, good night, Wildfet. Sleep tight. Do not let the bugs of the bed bite. 49 Hermit, I think was the next one. Make sure. Nope, 46 Fortune. Ironically enough, Fortuna. Fortuna is a Tropos and Emperor.
I will require take it then.
By Emperor, I meant Regent.
You wish to sub. This is your power. We're gonna be tougher on them than usual.
Incense.
Choose wisely.
Yeah, probably agility.
We're gonna use the strong stuff today. There is. Prepare for the unexpected. Begin searching.
And uppity up to Fortuna.
Do you choose which skills to inherit?
I don't think it matters, but take the wind bloodline, I suppose. Wind. Fire. And I don't know. Heal.
This could
Won't matter much. Go ahead. Exit that and back to chat. I do not know Chi from P4. Norse? Odin. And what do you mean by what results? I'm confuzzled by what you just said. What results? I didn't read that. You're gonna comment, will it will? Anyway, here's something. Phineas. J6 Hydra Void. Oh, results of the election. In-game. The in-game election. Touch and go. I guess drop Elect Boost. Merida drop. Vade Electric. Diarma. Magic God. Magic God. Mithra. Her dub voice actor is my new Switch friend. We play Animal Crossing together. Wow! That's impressive, Wobbuffet. That is very, very impressive. Already you're making those connections.
This is its powered up.
Mithra, by the way,
Today
J6 is from D&D. So, Mithra is the goddess of magic in D&D.
It is.
This is how execution.
So, yeah.
This may be somewhat grisly.
That is why that was my choice. Because my mind cannot think of any other god or goddess of magic.
Well now, a most unexpected turn of events.
I keep forgetting. Send me your Switch stuff, Wildfet, and I will send you a friend request over the Switch. But get to bed first. Send it to me after you've gone to school tomorrow. Or today. Got it? God of Magic and a Magic God are different things. Are they, though? Are they really different things? I'm legitimately asking, because I don't know. Like, what's the difference between the two? Let's finish off Futaba's Confidant. Then sleep. Everything's finished, right? All we gotta do is wait. Call Hazel. I'm ready. Let's do the last thing on my promise list. But Futaba will finish here. Last thing on the promise list, being okay without you around. I think I want to give it another shot. I'm coming for you, Akihabara. Good, good. Night-night, Wildfat. Night-night.
I'm going to go take a look around by myself. If I'm not back in half an hour, just stay here and wait for me to come back. I'm kind of nervous.
Sure thing, Futaba.
Here I go. Time to make
God of
my
represent.
retreat
A
and
god of
march
magic
out.
represents magic. And a magic god is someone who reached the absolute peak of magic and became a god. Okay. In that case,
Sorry, I totally forgot to check the time.
Zelrich.
I was having fun. Guess that
I probably
means I beat my
mispronounced that,
mission,
though.
huh? You know, it was the same Akihabara as before, but everything
Habara?
looked so different to me this time.
Habara?
It's not just here though.
It's
The
Akihabara.
whole world is expanding. Every day brings new and
Oh, they're
different
becoming god by
discoveries.
dying?
The direction of Sojiro's cowlick, the atmosphere of Yongen, the various types of coffee beans. Things might be the exact same as they were yesterday.
Futaba,
but from my
did you take
perspective,
any drugs
it's all
or something?
spinning. I knew it was possible, but I had never really felt that sensation before now.
I think Futaba's
I
on
hope I
something.
can keep changing little by little, like everyone else does.
They become god by dying. Ugh. They keep making complicated explanations. So somebody who's reached the peak of magic to become a god and then died and becomes a god by resurrecting themselves after they've died. I don't think she's high. I think she's on acid. We'll do it together.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, by the way, I got a text from Kana-chan saying she got a job at a convenience store. It sounds like she's just happy to be living life like a normal teenager. Plus, she got study guides with the money she made. She's gonna take the high school entrance exam. Even Kana-chan's trying to step out into the world.
You want a job too?
The Phantom Thieves are more important right now, but I'd like to. Someday. Hey, you said you'd give me a reward if I completed my promise list. Remember?
I honor my promises.
You demand.
I demand.
I was looking in a bunch of stores thinking about what to buy.
Athenius
But
hung
it's
herself
kinda
on a
weird.
tree.
There were plenty of things I
That's a
wanted,
little
but
morbid.
It was all stuff I could get if I worked really hard. And after all, I already have something I wouldn't have been able to get on my own. You don't think so? No, you're forgetting. You gave me something really important. You gave me my life back. It's thanks to you that I learned I'm fine just as I am. And that I learned to trust my mom again. I was as good as dead. But you resurrected me. I want to use my work with the Phantom Thieves to return you the favor. And when I remember all the friends I've made, it's like I'm tapping into some kind of unknown power.
I feel a strong bond with Futaba. Here we go.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the hermit, granting thee infinite power.
Really? Final guard from rank 10 of Hermit. Chance to nullify a fatal attack to a current party member. And the second awakening, transforming persona into a mythological trickster.
Alright.
I didn't know about that story about Odin, to be completely honest. I also have unlocked Ongyoki, the most powerful persona of the Hermit Arcana. For normal UFO, transform into a Dyson sphere.
Whoa! My heart just leveled up! A new me rises from the ashes!
Alright.
Futaba's Necronomicon has upgraded into Prometheus.
You gave me my life back, so it's my turn to risk my life for you. Feel free to tell me anything. I'll do whatever I can to help. I'm serious, okay?
I'm counting on you, Futaba.
Leave it to me. And I never said I was gonna let my reward go unclaimed.
Oh boy.
So, let me see. How about a month's supply of instant yakisoba? Pretty good deal, huh? I don't want to order it off the net, though. Let's go look for it in the real world. Now I know how much fun walking around can be.
And walking around can be a little overrated.
Thanks.
Hang himself from the world tree in order to gain more wisdom for 9 days and 9 nights, according to the story. I thought that Odin gained his wisdom by sacrificing his right eye. Treasure skimmer. Find out if a foe is carrying a rare item ahead of time. I thought he exchanged his right eye. I think it's his right eye. Oh, he did both. Okay. Odin really wanted that wisdom. He might rejoice for giving you a special assignment. Recently, human desires have been running more rampant in this city we've been seeing before. People are working themselves into group hysteria over nothing but their own self-interest. Sounds quite dangerous. The few bits we've heard about it are bizarre enough in their own right. Get over here on the double, inmate. So first... I mean, you know, Ohia's not ready yet, so I gotta... And it's his left eye. Ew. I mean, why?
Prevention is key.
There's gotta be some reason. Why the left eye, I wonder.
What shall we do?
I want an affinity reading.
What shall we
I
do?
can't get an affinity reading today, so Ohia was going to have to wait regardless. Oh, twins! He was known for his endless pursuit and determination for more wisdom.
What are you gonna do today?
Right time for the name and location, just seeing you do the others. I mean, endless pursuit and determination for more wisdom. It's definitely different from the normal endless pursuit for knowledge.
Now.
Listen closely. The place we wish to evaluate for rehabilitation is a nightmarish place for acquiring gifts. Apparently when the cold winter arrives, humans gather in a number of areas and search high and low for gifts. The specific one we seek is buried beneath another similar area. People flock there for all manner of goods. Such unchecked greed condensed into one location, this place sounds like a maelstrom of human desire. I believe it is necessary to ascertain just how much threat this place is. Inmate, does this place sound familiar to you at all? Well, if you know where it is, then head there immediately. The underground mall in Shibuya. The mall. The God of Betrayals. I mean, I somewhat know about the whole God of Betrayals thing because I played God of War 2018. But I feel like that doesn't tell the whole story.
Let's go, inmate.
So you've heard of it? Then let's get going, inmate. And you better keep your greed in check while we're there.
Onward, inmate.
We will not be held responsible if you are consumed by your desires. Now take us there at once. You know, I'm sure that line has spawned a lot of people's thoughts. Welcome, we've got plenty of new stock just in time for winter. On 15% discount with the purchase of 2 or more items. Stop by quick and while the offer's still good.
Oh my.
So unchecked because I'm nearly unable to feel the cold here. Crowds come to fulfill their material wants while the vendors seek their profits. This place is a whirlpool of human desire. And it's cute but kind of pricey. That'll be fine. I'll be treating myself today anyways. This one please. My bonus ought to cover it. Seems the word sale and bonus carry extra weight in this place. Humans are incapable of resisting such simple temptation. How foolish. It reminds me, it looks a lot like a lot of people who fell prey to their pitiful desires come to places like these. I hear the term used for such people is lovey-dovey or something like that. Is that what's going on here? Those ones are usually in pairs. That's right, lovey-dovey is supposed to mean a harmonious relationship of two people doting on one another. I've also heard that such pairings emanate a special aura that incites the rage of those around them.
Okay.
Let's track down some lovey-dovey people, inmate. Oh, this is going to go some weird places, isn't it? Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, that piece came in just yesterday. We also have a men's version in stock. It looks gorgeous on you. Should we get a matching pair, sweetie? Oh, are you sure? But it's so expensive. I'd feel so bad. Yep, that's lovey-dovey. It's so obvious I don't even need to ask. There are irritating words can't describe it. On the other hand, I've heard that lovey-dovey individuals are actually secretly envied by many in society. Could you be one of the envious? I'm not. Trying to look tough for us, that just makes you look even more pathetic. I must agree, the pity is what led to our being with you now. You should show a little more gratitude. Well, if I get the silver one, maybe I can afford a pair of 100,000. This is 100% platinum. It never rusts, so it's a perfect expression of your eternal love. Oh, eternal love, that's the one. Oh yeah, but I kind of think the one next to it has a better design. The atmosphere shifted. Yes, the storm is coming. Excuse me. You must be pointing to the wrong row. You're saying that one is worth... Or are you saying that one's what I'm worth to you? Is that it? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just a little over budget is all. How awful. I thought our love was eternal, but instead it's just some cheap imitation of the real thing. It's all bound to fall apart. We might as well end it now. No, I'm sorry, I'll buy it. Excuse me, I'll take this one. But just one, please, not the pair.
It would seem...
Clash between lovey-dovey shepherds has been decided. Pretty one-sided clash. Why that man ended up doing whatever the woman said? What sort of subservience is this? Love can be enchanting. Enchanting, so that woman is a powerful spellcaster. I see. Not only did she manage to keep him spellbound, she managed to get quite some money from him as well. Oh, these two are so innocent. That's a rather impressive skill set. Rumors about this chaotic battlefield were true after all. To think that they can generate so much disorder just by coming together. Humans are such strange beings. However, upon realizing this source of power, it's easy to see how this place has aided the enemy's reputation. Humans are truly fascinating. Anyway, we hereby acknowledge the completion of your assignment. Here is your reward. Heat Riser. I finished up the last of our special assignments.
See?
I was expecting you to give up partway through. Not bad at all, inmate. The strength of your spirit has been displaying while carrying out your rehabilitation. That deserves a recognition. It's all because of you two. So, you never elaborated. I said I know some of why Odin was called the god of betrayals, but you never elaborated any further, J6. Oh, I missed that. So you finally learned to show us respect, huh? You've come a long way. Please continue such strong efforts towards your rehabilitation. Yes, please. Although, to be fair, magic god is 2 words, so... And speaking of which, humans seem unusually predisposed to giving each other money and material goods if they're closely related. People buying one another's affection. Doesn't that sound pathetic, inmate? It's an expression of gratitude. Oh, and don't you think there are people you should express some gratitude towards right now? Indeed, I think a certain pair of exceptional warrants deserve a little something for observing a troublesome inmate. That was a joke, inmate. We're not so low to exploit you for material gain. Say, Justine, shouldn't we buy something for our master while we're here? There appears to be a delivery service we can take advantage of here. Perhaps they can ship package directly to our world.
Come with me.
Let's inspect the area a little longer. They are certainly wishful thinkers. Sinner. Repentance. After lugging around their shopping bags, I escorted the twins back to the velvet room. How did they get money? Wait, no, I shouldn't ask that. I pay them to summon personas for me, so they're probably loaded. Okamura Foods Future. Thought about more Takakura-san on the company. Come up with a few ideas on my end. Wants to talk to you, so Haru wants to hang. Futaba is done. Haru is next, probably. But we will head here and take care of getting Ohaya up first.
Prevention is key.
Virtue.
What shall we do?
Honesty.
Here we go.
Feelings to reach the other person.
What do you think?
And insight to red alert.
What shall we do? Here we go.
Doubtful. Disbelief.
What do you think?
Run, run, run to the velvet room, to the velvet room, to the velvet room. Belief. I kind of feel like we've already done belief before.
Pursue rehabilitation with all your body and soul.
Hope.
We're gonna be tougher on them than usual. Justine, this one's off. Take a look.
Okay, so we just did Fortuna, which was 46. So no lower than that. So 49 Hermits. That is Komokuten. Komokuten is Arhabaki and Regent. Arhabaki is 35. Hermit?
You wish to
The
set
teacup
this
man.
is your power.
And Regent is 10.
I will require the take it then. They're one of my favorites. Get ready for this.
Komokuten.
Is this something you choose which skills to inherit?
Immunity? I don't know.
This could bestow an extraordinary... Now, let us begin.
Excuse me. Zetsuba. Despair. Despair. Curse you for making me already say hope. Overcome. Repel ice, that's actually kind of useful if only I wasn't going to use this guy. If only I would ever use this guy, but I won't. Enduring Soul, ooh, that's actually pretty good. Wall. Door. Do I have any of these yet?
Will be executed.
So Pale and Black Rider here. Oh, we can make Fusuki.
You okay with this?
Probably do that next.
That's a pretty strong one.
Heaven.
Searching. Always strive for more.
Generate.
Today we will hang them more forcefully.
Let's do Quetz again.
Is this the... May your powers become
Quetz is
one.
lagging behind a little bit. Angel. Michael.
Well now, a most unexpected...
Gabriel. Azrael. Haru is up next. Let's go to Fluff Hair. Metatron. Castiel.
Hey!
Veggies? Yay, veggies are done. Lucifer. Morningstar. Ooh, that's a lot of beans.
Hey!
Onions this time, I think. $2 for those.
Hey!
Same to you. Yes, I have time to talk today, Haru. Hang out with Haru. Okay, thank you. See.
Hey!
Hey, Soul-kun, do you remember the magic item I mentioned before? The thing that will help me show Takakura-san how I really feel. It's right here. The soil. Correct.
To be honest,
Mall. You see, the soil here is a special mix. I made with a few different kinds of fertilizers. It's very high quality. It's soft, it's warm, it has good drainage, and it's full of nutrients. This is the magic I need. I'm not very good at expressing myself with words, just thinking about it makes my heart race. But I've been pouring my heart and soul into this soil for months now. It knows exactly how I feel. That's why I'm going to use it to grow my coffee plants. Then, once they're ready, I'm going to make coffee with the beans. It shouldn't take much longer. Now, honestly, just raising those plants has been taking considerable effort. I've checked on them every day, given them water, put them in the sun, but all that love and care has been found its way into the beans themselves. Combining that with the nourishing warmth of the soil should give me the perfect way to convey how I feel. I wonder what Takakura-san will think when he tries it. Sword, shield. It'll help him to understand you.
Yes!
Yes, I fully believe in that. It's strange. Only recently I was struggling to find belief in anything. By the way, I've thought about it some more, and I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to Takakura-san's idea. If that's what management decides to do, I won't get in their way. At the same time, I can't support them if their main goal is to deceive. What I mean is, people don't think of Akumari Foods very highly right now, so I'm afraid that management is trying to use this new chain to sneak under the radar rather than rebuild our image. Of course, I understand how hard it is to rid yourself of a negative label, but if they want to fool people with low-quality products instead of regaining their trust, I will proudly oppose them. Sphere, bow. I'll be cheering for you, Haru. Thank you. You know, Soul, it's reassuring to have you here. It's because of you that I was able to cultivate the soil, and because of you that I have the courage to tell Takakura-san how I feel. Speaking of which, do you think you could be there when I do it? As long as you're with me, I won't be afraid to say what I'm thinking. Earnest resolve from Haru. Arrow. Ammo. Endure from Haru. Rank 8. Now then, I need to take some of this soil home for my coffee plants. Could you carry the bag for me? Yes, I am strong. I can carry a bag of soil. Bullet. Hello, thank you for giving me a hand today. I'm already done testing the soil I brought home today. I can tell my coffee plants are happy. By the way, outside of the word game here, J6, don't spoil anything, but do you have any plans for, like, making specific challenge videos for the upcoming Lost Belt? Like, are there any fights that you're looking forward to making challenge videos out of? Object. Item. It's in your nature to nurture. My nature. I suppose it's simply my nature to nurture nature. A fair turn of phrase, Sulkan. Well, that's left just for me to muster up the courage and express my own opinion. I'll contact Takakura-san and I'll make sure it works with your rest schedule. I hope my magic item will work on Takakura-san. I'm hoping to do everything I can, so I hope you'll see it through with me. Okay, bye. Just curious, you know? Because I know you had a little bit of trouble with the, Surtur fight in the second one. So I was wondering if you had, like, plans for them. Warming support Messiah Shido spotted. I never trust Shido for any more than some fan of these. What we need now is a strong leader. Please change this country, Mr. Shido. Like, do you have plans in mind? Like, what you plan on doing? Or you just know which fights you're going to do? It's already a week into December. Things suck online. People in the city are only talking about Shido as well. All in all, yeah, all the buzz about Akechi's completely gone. You should do me a pressure for the media silence in the matter. Why don't people get mad about that shit? It doesn't make sense. They only care about Shido. That's not even that. Everyone just latches onto the latest story. I thought something similar happened when Father collapsed. As long as it doesn't involve you, then he is nothing but another form of entertainment. From the general public, each passing story is simply new means to kill time. They consume each topic, then discard it before moving on to the next thing. But I bet they're all going to change if they see Shido have a change of heart. I hope so. We will just have to wait with belief in our hearts. Biko and Ohaya wants my help. I think that will finish her off. No! Ohaya still has more to go. Good gracious, Ohaya. You are a greedy girl. And I've already done a boost with her today, so she's not going to get any more. So, that means we'll play darts. Because I think Morgana still needs his thing. Baton pass, that's what it was. Or is everybody's got on Baton Pass, aren't they? Temple? I guess? Selene to post the rest of your Lost Belt 2 stuff. You still haven't finished? Not at night. Damn it! I don't know what to do. I want to just hang out with Ohia. Gungnir. Gungnir. Excalibur. I mean, I guessed you were done with Lost Belt too. I guess this jazz club. Not a bad idea.
I see.
Oh, all your stats will improve. That sounds... Yes, that is very good. Going to the jazz club. Teammates and team members you invite jazz club love their persona strengthen as well as receiving other helpful effects. These effects differ depending on what time of day of the week. If you visit the jazz club on a day when a live singer performs a special cocktail will be served, the effects of the cocktail will be doubled if it's a weekday. Okay, that's very interesting.
What do you want to do?
Let's invite someone. Who to invite? Who to invite? Haru, just in case she needs Bond stuff.
Oh.
Gonna take a stroll, let me know when you're heading home. Clarent. Mordred.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming in.
Cover charges 3,000 yen. Okay, I'll take that. You can sit down anywhere that's open and set, so try not to be disruptive, alright? True, dude, true.
It's such a pleasant atmosphere.
This is quite a calming place. The atmosphere here is so warm. Thank you for inviting me. I'm pretty excited for the drinks. Merlin.
And this drink.
Delicious. Maybe I'll try drinking one of these myself. Making one of these myself.
Yes.
When I was little, I took ballet lessons. There was a portrait of a ballerina at my home. I thought she looked so beautiful. Even though I've quit now, I still admire that picture. Chatted with Haru for a while.
Over already?
It's getting quite late. The atmosphere makes me lose track of time.
So much
I feel like I was able to put my feelings in order. Thank you for inviting me. Had an effect on Haru's heart.
All right.
Oh, their personas get stat boosts. And I don't get any boosts. I thought I would get boosts. It's time to go home. We've been here longer than I expected.
Goodbye.
I mean, you know, that's the first word that comes to my mind. Plus, again, you used 2 words. But that's fine. I won't tell anybody. 2 more weeks until Christmas. Do you already have plans? I'm gonna cheer for Kachiko Nishido-san. There was that weird prank, so I want to support them. Especially Kachiko. He hasn't said anything about it at all. I'm really worried about him. I'm sure he's just busy investigating. Just keep supporting the election and wait. I still believe in Shido. Is the media still backing him? Once Shido spills the deets, this whole situation will flip. Once everyone hears the truth, I'm sure they'll open their eyes. Damn it, Shido. How much longer do we have to wait? Nope. Morningstar is 1 word. Morningstar. Lucifer the Morningstar. Found some unbelievable scumbag on the fan site. Apparently he's popular, but he has the worst hobby ever. And that is... he likes watching women fight over him. He manipulates them against each other. Some people have gotten hurt or bullied out of school. He left a ton of victims in his wake. But they all just accept whatever happens, so none of it ever turns into a big public issue. And he never faces any consequences for it, so he keeps doing whatever he wants. Smug bastard. It's like he thinks he owns all those girls. That's awful. I know, what a douchebag. I want this guy to have a change of heart. That way, these girls will all see the truth too. Got his name here. Apparently, they call him Hikaru Arihara. Let's talk more about it at the hideout, okay?
Okay.
Let's make sure we change that. It is also the nickname for Lucifer. Makoto wants to hang out. I suppose I probably should hang out with Makoto. red light district here because I need to do another thing for Ohio. Yeah, at least for a Morning Star. It is, I think maybe title, technically? I think technically title would be the right word. I want Ohio to get that. Avalon.
Here we go.
Fairies.
What do you think?
Tap water in your house is frigid. Oh no. That woman that just complained has cold water running in her house. Whatever will she do?
What shall we do?
Spirits. Ghosts.
Here we go.
What do you think?
Yokai. Oni.
Hey, inmate!
Okay, so last one we did was Komokuten, level 49 Hermit. Let's see who we be unlocking
Rehabilitation
next.
with all
We're
your
gonna be
body
tougher
and
on
soul.
them than usual. Choose wisely.
A little bit more speed.
We're gonna use the strong stuff today. You're stopping.
And register.
This is the path you have walked.
Let's see here. 52. Wait, I said I was going to do specific things, so let's do that. So 52 fortune, I have that up for next time, but for this time, we have a super fusion to do. Demon.
Alarm time, inmate.
Devil.
A group will be executed. It is neither remarkable nor unremarkable.
Sure, I'll pay
Choose
68
which
grand
skills
for
to
this guy.
inherit.
Blessed Bloodline. Atomic Bloodline. Rebellion. Defense Master. Growth 2. Sure.
This could bestow an well.
Solomon. Romani. Nero. I am Vasuki. Filth is my power, and therefore thine as well. Here I grant thee this mask of impurity. Caligula. Romulus. Sweet. Wow, sleep boost. Sure, happy. Crit chance from gun attack, sure. And don't need that. Brainwash boost. Sure, drop Rebellion for that. Null Curse, that's actually pretty good. Drop Brainwash boost. I have no idea what that word means. I'm going to need a definition. Please.
Always strive for more. This weapon is more powerful than normal.
Oh, it's a Roman Emperor.
Today
Oh,
we will handle more forcefully.
Rome.
This will arise from the This may be somewhat grisly.
Ares.
Well now.
Definition, please.
Unexpected turn of events.
Again, that's another thing that I don't recognize off the front of my skull. Yeah, we need to start hanging out with Makoto more. So we're really going to become a better place now. It still doesn't quite feel right to me. If you're available, I'd like to talk to you about Aiko. Nothing's alive, blah, blah, blah. Let's hang out with Makoto. Small favor desk. Let's grab a drink before we talk. Oh, and we can take the back entrance into the school.
Actually...
Aiko has started dating a host from a club near her work. I guess he, hit on her one day after a ship, and that was that. Since then, he's the only thing she'll talk about. She even sent me a picture of their date in Destinyland. One of the two sons that Ares always brings with him to war. Oh. Kratos! Sounds suspicious. I think so as well. For now, it seems he hasn't forced her to spend money at his club, but I'm still nervous. Beyond that, he calls her his princess and constantly tells her how special she is. It makes me sick to my stomach. But Aiko refuses to listen to me. She said that all the hosts are bad people. The idea that all hosts are bad people is outdated. She even said she was shocked to be getting advice from someone who would totally flunk a test about love. Tests about love aren't a thing, though, and even if they were, I certainly wouldn't flunk them. Delos means Jordan the personification of terror. Oh, in that case, Ikelos. Sorry about that. I'm probably just being biased toward him. I mean, I don't have any proof that he's untrustworthy. But that's why I want to meet him and find out for myself what kind of person he really is. And if it's not too much to ask, I'd like you to accompany me on this excursion as well.
Well...
This time, you'll have to play the role of my boyfriend. Alright, I'll get this. Hypnos. That's honestly okay. You're so reliable, soul. I think if I have a boyfriend, Aiko might be more inclined to listen to me. The truth, I actually already planned for her and her boyfriend for a double date. Sorry. But it's going to be at the diner. Nothing particularly fancy, I assume.
Thank you.
Hades. I'm glad you agreed to this. I don't know who else I'd have to ask if you said no. Makoto's trust. Rank 5. Still the lowest rank for a confidant. Aiko, I hope she's not getting herself wrapped up in anything dangerous. But just in case, I'll try looking for some info on that host. Asmodel.
Alright then.
See you later. Sorry I had to ask you something so unreasonable. I appreciate you going along with it, though. Do you think Aiko really is okay? I hope I'm just being paranoid about her boyfriend, but what if it turns out he really is toying with Aiko? What should we do? Yes, Asmodel. Asphodel. Sorry, mispronounced. The Fist of Justice. Out of the question, we'd end up arrested for assault. You all people need to be careful about that. You're under probation. I was thinking in circles here. I need to stop dwelling on the negative. Asphodel is one of the realms of the underworld in Greek mythology. Let's see who this host is behind his smile for Aiko's sake. Okay, I'll call you again later.
Ah, you're back.
Yes. I always mispronounce his name, but, Chiron, I think is the name. The boatman of the River Styx, Chiron, I think. Oh, hiya. Doesn't want to hang out. more jazz. Drown my sorrows. My pain.
I see.
Stamina, bring your stamina to the next level.
What do you want to do?
Invite.
Hey!
Okay, Charon then, I think. Charon. It's Charon. Sorry, their names are so similar. You know what? Let's bring Futaba.
Oh!
Take a stroll. Charon then. Yes, it's Charon.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
I wonder if Futaba gets anything from this. No way, this is impossible. I'm super nervous right now. At the same time, I'm kind of hyped. It's like a dungeon in here.
This drink.
What is this flavor? Supreme or is it ultimate? Whatever it is, it's good.
Hey.
So, I know people tend to get the wrong idea about Sojiro, but he actually has a very big heart. Even though he seems to be complaining a lot, he always ends up getting me things I ask for. That's why I take care of all the stuff he buys for me. And if something breaks, I try and fix it myself. Cerberus. Gate.
That's...
Gotta go home soon. Sojourner's gonna worry. It's not bad speaking day outdoors every now and then. I think so. Had an effect on Futaba's heart. She leveled up.
All right.
HP! Futaba has HP! Loki.
Okay.
Hey!
Yeah, I'll talk about mementos to them later. Jormungandr. Jormungandr. Ragnarok. Meet up with Makoto. As the world truly began to become a place, spoke with Aiko and she said her boyfriend was okay with the idea of a double date. She asked me to show her your picture, though. Apparently she thinks you look a little lame. She told me that my boyfriend is in the same league as her Tsukasa. But I think she'll change her mind when she sees you in person. Hey, you've already used that one, J6. You've already used hell. Well, that's not fair. I thought... Bifrost.
Do you have time to spend with me?
Should I kiss Makoto's boyfriend and go meet with Aiko? Gotta keep a stronger bond. No thinks you're alive, blah blah blah. Let's go hang out with Makoto. Thank goodness, I'll contact Aiko.
Shall we go?
Let's meet at the diner, as I mentioned before. Yo, my name's Tsukasa. I heard all about you two from Aiko. So, I heard the student council press, Makoto-chan. I totally wish I could be one of your council members.
Oh.
Yes, I am totally. 4 Eyes, here's your boyfriend, yeah? Yeah? Huh, looks like you guys don't get along too good, though. It's like your love is rock bottom. And I'm pretty sure her name is Hella. Aren't you seriously dating? We just started.
Well,
Alright, we've like only been dating for a couple of days now. I'm pretty sure it is. Hella. Hela, Queen of Hell and the daughter of Loki in Norse mythology. Okay, Heimdall. That's Heimdall. Hang on. Out of game. Is there really an R at the end of Heimdall? That's kind of weird. Gatekeeper. We're so jealous of the love you and Aiko have, though. No, I get it. You just don't get any affection here. Not any affection compared to us. Mm-hmm. Hey, babe. Did you do something special today? I don't remember you looking this sexy. Oh, Tsukasa. Sorry, I have to use the bathroom. Later, lovebird.
Excuse me.
There's something I'd like to ask you. Are you serious about pursuing a relationship with Aiko? I was wondering when our honor student was going to show her true colors. That reminds me, Aiko said you were getting real pumped to get to know me. What is that, huh? I just want to make sure you're good for her. Damn, girl, you really care about your friends. Good stuff, I always say. Friends are, like, super important and shit. Speaking of which, a friend of my GF is still a friend of mine. How about you give me your digits? Huh? What's wrong? Come on, give me your number. Have my number instead, dude. Nobody asked you for eyes. Anyway, Aiko-chan already gave me yours. Mako-chan, we're good. I have one more question to ask you. You're not going to bring Aiko to your club, are you? Why are you suspecting me of? I wouldn't dream of it. It's a damn shame people think us hosties are just floats. My love with Aiko is as pure as snow. Don't twist the story. Hey, Draconic! Welcome, welcome! It goes good for me. How it go for you? Just been playing a word game with J6 for the past couple of hours. And it's been fun. Huh? Is something wrong? Oh, I was just getting lower. A little Fred here, honey. Well, I should get going. I gotta be at work soon. Oh, me too. Bye! I hope he's not tricking her. But no matter what I might think, I still don't have any proof. And above all, Aiko seems to be really happy. Am I just getting in the way of their happiness? Feeling tired but doing okay? That's good. Are you pumped for later this week? Excuse me. Are you pumped for later this week, though? So much fate is happening this week. So much fate. Finished Golden Wind for JoJo. That's part 4, I think. I still haven't started watching JoJo. It's in my to-do list, though. It is in my to-do list. You are being considerate. Well, not just the Chinese Lost Belt, but I mean, we have Heaven's Feel Part 3 premiering in theaters on Wednesday. We have the live stream on Thursday. And hopefully Friday we'll have the Chinese Lost Belt release, Sin. I'm very much looking forward to that. I suppose so. I mean, I really am worried about Aiko here. In the end, I know this is just a hunch, but my father always stressed how much important it is to trust hunches. Do you not do the memes? Is Draconic planning to do meme builds for the Lost Belt? It seems that host has already sent me something already. What is it supposed to be saying? It's full of emojis. It's me, Tsukasa, heart emoji. I know we just met, but I couldn't wait to phone emoji you. I'm so happy to be friends with you, Mako-chan. Clap, 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 clap. Hot Springs emoji. Oh, JoJo memes. Okay. Hot Springs emoji. Hot Springs emoji. There's a hot... Wait. Is there a Hot Springs emoji? I don't use emojis. Is there a Hot Springs emoji, and what does it stand for? That was barely a coherent sentence, but I'll need to get used to that if I'm going to help Aiko. Very likely Thanksgiving banner is going to be on Thanksgiving. I can't imagine them putting off the Lost Belt for too much longer, especially since it's the Lost Belt announcement stream.
Thank you very much.
By the way, I'm glad you were here with me. I would have really been panicked had I been alone. I honestly despise how mature I can be sometimes, but I'm working through that with your help, so thank you. Makoto's trust. Gross. Trade security on this. Plus, you know, technically JP never had a Thanksgiving banner, so whatever the Thanksgiving banner is, it could be very much an unknown. Like, there's speculation on what Thanksgiving banner could be. Gate? I'm pretty sure you've used Gate before, by the way, G6, like, very near the beginning, but... Door.
Alright.
Shall we go?
We should get going too. I'll let you know if anything else comes up. I'm thinking
right,
that continuing theories because A, my country sucks, and B, COVID is back up where my country is red. I used door before. When you well, you're right. Lock then. For now, I'm thankfully able to see it in theaters, but the state I'm in, if things have not improved by Thursday, then it's likely more restrictions are going to be going into place. Thankfully, my tickets are for Wednesday evening, so yay, me. Yay. But I'm betting that one of the banners that is going to be in Thanksgiving is going to be King Hassan, just because we did not get the King Hassan rate up and strengthening quest that JP got when the Babylonia anime aired. So, you know, I feel like we're going to get a King Hassan rate up with Thanksgiving. Maybe we'll get his skill upgrade as well. But they might save that for Camelot. I don't know. Your friend already saw the movie? Lucky. Yeah, I plan on wearing a mask. Trust me. But, when I ordered my tickets, the movie theater that I ordered them from had me pick out the seat that I wanted. They're going very extreme with it. Like, once somebody picks a seat, they're pretty much closing off the rest of that row to any other seats. It's crazy. Hey, so thanks so much for everything today. I feel strangely exhausted. It reminds me of when we went to the Red Light District. Even after we split ways, the host kept sending me messages. He uses weird symbols. I have no idea what he's saying. I want to ignore them, but I shouldn't for Aiko's sake. Tell him you're on a date. Oh yeah, that'd be a good excuse to ignore him. You have great ideas. Thanks. I'll try responding with that. I said lock, J6. That was my response to gate, since I couldn't use door. Lock. I just can't shake these doubts about Aiko's boyfriend. Heard some theaters are renting out theater rooms to make up for COVID. Renting? What do you mean by renting out theater rooms, out of curiosity? I can't tell if he's a bad guy, but he doesn't seem to be on the level, either. I'll need a little bit more information. Thanks for your advice. I'll talk to you later. Key? Abigail.
Ah, you're back.
Elections are this weekend. These goddamn election cards are so loud too. They need to stop making me panic, damn it. This seems to be more like a big party than an election. Yeah, well, that's just for Shido. His followers are essentially part of the cult at this point. I think I finally figured out why it seems off lately. What do you mean? News stories outside of Shido have dropped off the face of the map far too quickly. He's all people want to talk about. It's like they aren't interested in anything else. Is he brainwashing them? Mind control, That does seem possible under these circumstances. And if people stop thinking for themselves, they'll be free from both anxieties and responsibilities, and Shido's perfect thing to put their trust in. All that's left is to believe that he can bring them happiness, and they're all set. I can't believe this. Either way, we have to do everything we can.
Brainwashing. I guess that's one way to look at it. Let's show people the truth behind all of this.
Rent out for yourself or friends. That's gotta be, like, stupidly expensive to rent a movie theater, though. Like, I can't even imagine how much that would cost. Which, burn. Ing. He wanted to know how you were able to watch the sub of Railgun in Season 1. I believe. Tell you something, could you join me? Sure. I can join you, Ohio. Take a seat. Sorry to take this, just a minute.
Yep, replace the previous article. No worries, right? Might as well go all out if we're gonna do this. I'm gonna scrap the others and rewrite them as well. Yep, tomorrow morning then.
Delicious H2O.
Sorry, that was the chief.
So you two are on good terms now?
He's been great. He's ignoring the higher-ups' orders to help me. I'm doing a special expose on the Phantom Thieves, and the chief's helping me. It's about their origin and the root of the problem they're trying to solve. I think it really captures the spirit of journalism.
You're really being earnest.
It's my original field of expertise. I am a journalist after
From
all.
an anime
you know?
website that released it.
The higher
That's
ups
lucky
were
for you.
against it, but this expose has been
Flames.
very popular with our readers. Since
Ice.
we've sold so many copies, there's nothing they can do about it. Or us. So, we're planning to throw in additional articles while we have the chance.
I will make sure to read the next issue, I say lying through my teeth.
I'm still counting on your contributions to help us sell issues, you know. All right, let's throw a
Really?
victory celebration. Lala-chan, I
It's
hope
been
you have
that
some champagne for
restricted?
us.
I told you last time, we don't have any of that here.
You watched the
That's what I
OVA in
figured.
French
So, I
subs.
reserved a bottle in the
Wow.
wine shop.
Okay, I'll go get it for you.
There were French subs before there were English subs. You know French.
Looks like Lala-chan took the hint. I wanted
Am I
to
the
sit
only
with you.
person that speaks a single language? I'm happy to talk.
I'll loosen up a bit, will ya? I've been quietly making preparations to write a story about Shido's confidant, too. Going to uncover the truth. I swear to Kaio. Thanks. Again. Whenever I felt like giving up, you encouraged me to keep going. It's all thanks to you that I was able to get this far.
You only know English and a couple of
Phantom
Japanese words.
Thief.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one that's only a monolinguist.
Change of heart happened exactly the same way as those other cases. And the timing was absolutely perfect. You're the only one who could have orchestrated all that.
So you knew all along then.
It was so obvious. I'm convinced from all the recent coverage that the Phantom Thieves truly are valiant,
2010.
helping the weak,
Really?
punishing the bad. They actually
And
do
you
all
and people
those
have been
things.
searching for
In a
subs for that
sense,
long?
You and I have the same
Damn.
objective. We both want to expose the ills of society. So, I won't tell anyone about your true identity. Let's form a united front to fight evil. If it weren't for you, I never would have been able to return to my journalist self. My high schooler source who manipulated information ended up
Might
manipulating
try to pick up some
my
more
heart,
when
too. I'm
COVID
gonna
slows
return
down.
the favor one of these days,
You might be
alright?
waiting a little while for that, Draconic, sadly.
Until then, we'll race
Cold?
to see who can expose evil
Hot.
first.
I am thou.
Thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the devil, granting thee infinite power. I'm pretty sure that we do have toilet paper. It's easier to ambush the enemy regardless of security level. I'm pretty positive we've got toilet paper. Yeah. I don't think it's that stressed out yet. Purgatory? Oof. Repentance. Yeah, far too many people are... To quote one of my favorite TV characters, Dr. Gregory House, people are idiots. Excuse me. Can now have used Beelzebub, the most powerful persona of the Devil Arcana.
Anyway, where the hell is Lala-chan? Shall we get started then? Considering we're already in a celebratory mood. I wonder if you'll make it back home tonight. I'm gonna have you stick around till the very end. I will not accept your refusal.
Well, I mean, it's not like I have school in the morning, so that's fine. People are buying too much toilet paper and water at your work. I mean, I know that some stores where I live have had a restriction for a while, like you're only allowed to take one package of toilet paper per person. Shoes momentum isn't slowing down. Did he fall ill because of the Phantom Thieves incident? People are making some noise about it, but it won't matter. It's almost scary how popular he is. I'm not sure about water, though. The election is at the end of the week, right? Well, Shido's gonna win anyway. Now that I asked your opinion on the election, no matter what the case, the election is heading in the right direction. Before we knew it, Shido had everyone in the palm of his hand, deceiving people so well that they didn't even realize it. Just how influential was Shido? I think instead of COVID, since they refuse to believe it until they die as they are dying from it. Tell about the mementos. I might tell them, but I mean, see, the thing is that yes, COVID is a very serious issue, but sadly, and this is not paranoia, the death numbers are a little bit inflated. One of my they're not close family, but like one of my uncle's cousins or something, I think, had cancer and died from cancer. The death certificate, though, listed the cause of death as COVID, and the wife wasn't having any of that. So, yeah. I don't know them personally. The one that I do know personally that passed recently was my great-grandfather, who passed just this past weekend. The funeral's actually on Wednesday morning, so, you know. I got a funeral to look forward to. Lived to be 103, he did. And technically my very last grandparent of any variety, which is sad in its own way, you know. You can make an appointment with Takakura-san, and you need to have an important discussion with him. Do you have time today? I would like you to be present alongside me if possible. I know this will be difficult given the circumstances, but still, it would be quite reassuring if you were there with me, Soul. Please? My bond with Haru will try to grow stronger. Let's go to Haru. I'll join you. Thank you. I'll contact Takakura-san right away. I'll send a message. Come over to my house. I'm not sure of the exact details, but all I know is that his wife was not happy with COVID being listed as the cause of death. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it will go fairly smoothly. It's mainly going to be there to support my dad because it was my dad's grandfather, and you know, I like being there to support my family. Even if I didn't know the man too well, I remember going over to his house a couple of times, and I did see him, like, very recently. He's been slowly getting worse the past, like, couple of weeks, and everybody kind of knew his time was coming, so. But, I mean, still, 103 years old is damn impressive. Like, I hope that's a sign of good genes for me to come. So you'd like me to try this?
Yes.
Please, if only a taste. This wasn't made with a particularly expensive beans, nor was it brewed by any sort of coffee expert. This flavor. Interesting. Oh, I didn't even see that you had posted. Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you... Sorry, G6. I thought you were saying sorrow in response to what I was saying. That's my bad, man. That's my bad. Comfort. Anyway, what is it you wanted to discuss with me? Does it concern the company? My apologies for bothering you at such a busy time. It's not a problem. The truth is, after my father's passing, I couldn't bring myself to trust anyone at Okumura Foods. I see. That includes you, Takakura-san. That's quite cruel.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Now then, what I want to discuss is... Whoa! The most fearsome thing in this world is to be defeated by an attack using an unexplainable power coming from an incomprehensible place. We have no way of thinking up a countermeasure. The attack is vague, and you cannot understand assign conditions to it, and you don't even know if the direction you can avoid it, or if you can avoid it after getting tens of thousands of kilometers away. You know how horrible that is firsthand. J6, that's not a word. That's a paragraph. But I'm guessing that's another quote. But home. Family. Believe in yourself, Haru. Family is my response to that. Alright, I'll be okay. Takakura-san, what did you think of the coffee? Brother. I grew the beans in my own garden and even handled the preparation. What? I honestly don't believe it's a particularly good cup of coffee. But I put my heart into making it. That's why I asked you here today, Takakura-san. I'm not suggesting we need to put this level of effort into the Kumara Foods coffee chain. And I'm not suggesting we should put a halt to the plant either. However, I won't let my company serve low-quality food to our customers. You know, this is very similar to the coffee your grandfather used to make.
Excuse me?
What? I used to be a regular at his cafe. That's actually how I ended up joining the company to begin with. To be honest, I was strongly opposed to closing the cafe, but I didn't have the power to make the decision at that time. I was planning on naming the new chain after his shop to make up for that, though. I'm going to create a business that's loved by customers and employees alike, just as his cafe was. A place where people can come to drink and the subtle joys of life. Oh, I skipped a bit. Is that so? Haru-chan, I believe you have every right to distrust me. Distrust us. After all, things would have turned out differently if someone had only chosen to stand up to your father. Be that as it may, I can truly sense the passion you put into this coffee. It seems you really are like your grandfather.
No.
I'm sorry for being so rude. I must apologize as well for encouraging you to abandon your shares. I thought they would be a burden to you, but I was clearly wrong. Haru-chan, if you'd like, why don't you take part in our next company meeting? Me? The truth is, the rumors of my being pleased at your father's death were troubling to say the least. I understand not everyone agrees with the vision I have for this company, but I spent great effort struggling against our board of directors, pushing Kumara Foods back towards the right path. What I need to communicate is that thought. What I need is to communicate that thought as clearly as possible. Just as you did with this coffee. Do you think you could assist me in accomplishing that? I want to rebuild this company from the ground up. Well, I said brother, by the way, to some. According to certain stories, some believe that gods were originally fairies. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see how some might come to that conclusion. Ilya! Give it all I've got, Haru.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would be glad to join you. Excellent. Your grandfather would be proud, as would your father. By the way, the coffee was superb.
You have my thanks.
Thank you so very much. Oh, and it seems I made yet another misunderstanding. I was under the impression that you were quite thrilled about the arrangement with Sugimaro-kun. That is why I was so intent on hurrying the marriage. I wanted you to have all the support you needed, but it appears as though you prefer the young man next to you instead. Huh? Be honest, Haru-chan, what are your thoughts on Sugimaro-kun? I think he's an intelligent man, but I have no interest in him. I have no interest in being his wife either. I prefer to walk my own path. One is which the only person in control of my actions is me, not my father, and not Sugimaro-san. I understand you grow up so quickly, Haru-chan. I didn't realize you'd become such a kind, strong, mature woman. My apologies for not coming to see that sooner. What about the contract Sugimaro-san made with my father? He said that reparation will be immense if I refuse the marriage. I haven't heard a thing about this contract. Have you seen the document?
Excuse me?
Well, now that you mention it, no, I haven't. Neither your father nor the lawyers mentioned it to me. It seems he was lying and may have the help of particular people within the company. You see, those who don't agree with my vision brought him into meetings with the hope that he would eventually take over. However, we don't need a politician in our midst, particularly considering the humble roots of our corporation. As for the marriage cancellation, I'll handle it. It may take some time, but it will be done. I promise.
You have my thanks.
Thank you. Mew. Chloe. Takakura-san enjoyed the rest of his coffee before heading home. It was a huge success. I was able to tell Takakura-san how I feel, and he actually understood. Not only about the company, but about Sugimaro-san as well. I was so afraid. But now that it's over, I think it was honestly pretty simple. I only made it to this point because you were with me, though.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amiya. Suffering. You did amazing, Haru. You did too, you know? Anyway, I only started trusting people again because you were by my side helping me. So I want to return the favor. Please confide in me if you ever need help. I'll be there for you. Strong bond of trust from Haru. Hatred. Or hat red. Hat's red.
All right.
Santa! Oh, that reminds me. Takakura-san said something a little strange, didn't he? That I like you. Goodness, why would he say that? What do you think? Saint. Apostle. He saw us as good friends.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're probably right. I mean, that's all we are, so... I'm breaking hearts left, right, and center here. Anyway, I should go study. I have entrance exams coming up, so I don't really have time to be sitting around here. But, thank you for today. Jeez, I just broke her heart, man! I forgot how brutal Haru's rejection scene is. Apotheosis. Godhood. Sorry for this on a call. There's something I really wanted to tell you. After we met Takakura-san told me my grandfather's blend recipe. I'm brewing some in my room right now, and it smells amazing. If only you could smell it too. I can't wait to try it. Yeah, too bad you can't smell anything over the phone. I can't wait to let you try some. I don't think I would have had the courage to do this if I was alone. Nephilim. I just have given up without trying and never found out how Takakura-san was feeling about any of this. So I hope you'll indulge us a little gift for fighting at my side through it all. Nephilim. I might have mispronounced it. It's the child of a god and immortal? Or of an angel and immortal?
Ah, you're back.
All the nighttime confidants are done, aren't they? Heracles. Yeah, I'm done with all the nighttime confidants, so I guess the jazz club? There's only the daytime ones left.
I see.
Said something about stamina, next level. Sure, let's invite Haru again. Make it up to her for hurting her feelings.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Poison. You end up in the mysterious jazz club once again. Just kidding.
And this drink.
Maybe I should try making one of these myself. We're just gonna chat now. Taking care of flowers involves carrying lots of heavy fertilizer, and it's quite heavy now. Sometimes my back starts to hurt. When I'm rubbing my back, I like to think that I must look like an old lady, and I get really embarrassed. Chat with Haru for a while.
Over already?
Quite late, the atmosphere makes me lose track of time. I feel like I was able to put my feelings in order. Thank you for inviting me. Haru levels up.
Fantastic.
All right.
And max HP increased by 20.
Thank you.
And a little bit of bond, just in case. So Haru is nearly there. Makoto is pretty much the last straggler.
Hey.
Excuse me. And Makoto wants to hang out. Achilles. Jason. Actually, I should check. Is Makoto ready for a bond up? She is not, so... And... Chihaya won't be out. Fudge. 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 Fudge, fudge, fudge. Fudge. So, that means that unless there is some time after exams, Makoto will not end up being finished as far as confidants go. Fudge, Fudge, fudge. Fudgy, fudge, fudge. 1 and 4 is 5. We were literally threading the needle there, and we missed the needle. We missed the thread. Fudge, 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 fudge. Oh, I thought you just misspelled Achilles or had a different spelling of that. My bad. Well, I suppose it's fine that do its draconic. Fudge is delicious. But anyways, I suppose the lack of Chihaya here is actually kind of good. I suppose that means we can get those 2 Mementos missions out of the way here in the next Persona 5 stream, because I've been going for 2.5 hours now. So I will be calling this stream here. Yes, yes, I know. You're sad for me to go, but I must go, for I have work in the morning, and I am legitimately getting a little bit tired here. So I will call the stream here. I've been Star Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks so much for coming out. If you did, leave me a follow so you know when I suppose I did lose. Next time, G6. Next time. Leave me a follow so you know when I go live, or drop me a subscription if you really want to be generous on here, or you can drop me a subscription on YouTube if you just want to catch the massively massive backlog of all the stuff I've ever done. Once again, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope that you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.